Hi everybody, my name is Jo and I love to read. Today is going to be my anniversary video from when I first started my channel, and that is 8 years ago, which is so crazy to think about. I can't believe that I have had a channel for 8 years. This kind of video doesn't have any of my reading stats for the year. That'll be at the end of the year. What I do like to talk about is my Booktube stats, so things like my subscribers, my views, what my top videos are of all time, and then I usually like to start off by saying what I've learnt in this year. Now, because I haven't really been focusing a lot on Booktube, I don't have a lot to say in this department. The main thing I suppose that I've learnt is that it's okay to be behind in videos and to post things months after they were filmed, even if they're sort of dated content like reading wrap-ups where it's for a specific set of months. The stuff's still valid even if I am editing it and uploading it months later, which has been a really cool thing to learn, because there was a time where I wasn't quite sure whether I should just jump ahead to where I was up to, but I really didn't want to get rid of all the work that I'd done on those previous videos, and now it's just become a bit of a funny thing to me to see when I'm gonna upload things. And I had a really big break from editing as well. I really enjoy filming videos. I also really enjoy editing them as well, but it's sometimes hard if I haven't filmed anything for a while. I'm often quite bad at speaking. I'll have lots of things that I need to edit out, like ums and likes and you knows and all those kinds of horrible speech habits that I have that just don't sound good to viewers. So that can be kind of challenging to edit through when there's a lot of those. But on the whole, I still really love this hobby, and I can imagine that I'm going to continue to do it. It's really interesting seeing the age of YouTubers increase. I know YouTube's been around for a while, but it's just interesting to see my generation becoming older and my hobbies that used to be seen as not cool, and adults always thought that they were really dorky, and to actually see people like me who love this kind of stuff becoming adults and seeing that stuff become more a part of the adult society is really cool. There's that little segment as well. I want to thank everybody for sticking around as well, and for new subscribers too. It's super fun to be doing this with everybody and to slowly, ever so slowly, watch my channel grow. I'm really thankful for it, especially because I can be a bit different to what is popular. I don't read heaps of books all the time. I just read at a slow pace, and I'm not up to date with videos, and it's just really cool to see people interacting with me still and still enjoying it, even though my growth is slow. And it would be nice to be more consistent to get the growth a bit faster, because that still is a fun part of it. But I'm also just so appreciative of people who take the chance of clicking on my videos. I also really hope to improve a little bit of my technology over the time. Now that I've had my second child and I'm used to being a parent more, used to having less free time, and that other child is going to be getting older soon. But tell you what, having a baby and a toddler, the baby seems like so much easier, even though they can still be quite challenging. For me, the experience has been that I'm used to being a parent, so it's not as hard. When I have a look at my YouTube page and have a look at my thumbnails, I'm not super happy with the video quality. I do have a camera, a really nice camera that I'm not the best at using, but I'm okay, that actually films a lot nicer quality. I haven't used it in a long time because I just haven't felt organized enough to be able to do it. I haven't felt enough space in my life. And then Daniel also bought me this really awesome microphone that we got secondhand off Facebook Marketplace, and I haven't even got all the cables to connect that together because it has just felt too overwhelming. But I am feeling glimmers of wanting to do that, so who knows, there may be a video in the future, probably not for a while still, but of a better quality, because it is something that I feel like I'm wanting to work on. All right, let's get into the stats now. The fun bits. My subscribers at the start of this anniversary year was 427. The way that I make this a little bit fun and also funny, and you'll see why in a second, is to actually track my average subscriber growth over the entire time that I've had my channel out, then use that to calculate where my subscriber growth should be. It is never correct because my average growth is super skewed from previous years. I don't know if I'm looking at this the right way. Maybe someone who's better at statistics can tell me whether I'm supposed to take out some outliers, but I just think it's funny. Like I find it hilarious every year to see, and I'm always like, am I ever gonna surpass my average growth? Using that average subscriber growth percent, the 148%, the predicted number is 1,060 subscribers. Now, that is not what I've reached. The number at the end of July was 473. Looking at the number of videos that I've posted, there has been pretty much for the first half of the year, I didn't post much at all. I did 2 in August, nothing from September to January except for 2 shorts in October, and then I've got no shorts for the rest of this year. And then I've got 1 video in February, 1 in April, 2 in May, 1 in June, and 1 in July. I have not been posting a lot at all. I'm hoping to get things out more regularly than I was able to do. The average growth to predict next year's numbers is 131%, which brings the subscriber number to 1,093. Do I think I'm going to reach this? Probably not, unless I decide to become an editing whiz and put out lots of videos often. Looking at last year's predicted growth, so the 11% that I grew last year, the number is 524. So it'd be nice to reach that. I gotta say, it would be nice to hit that 500 number. That would be super cool. But I still just think it's amazing that 473 people think that I'm worthwhile enough to hit subscribe to. The other metric that I look at is the top. So I was looking at the top 5 videos of all time, but that's become a bit stale because it's just the same videos in different order over and over again. So I've actually looked at my top 10. The top 5 is ranking the Kingsbridge series, Zero TBR shelf, ranking the US children's series that still gets comments really regularly, blows my mind, creating a reading spreadsheet for 2022, and 15 months on from a Zero TBR. They're the biggest ones. The next ones after that is Harry Potter Editions reading plans at 773 views, and that was a video published in 2022. First e-reader experience at 678 views, and that was published in 2022. That really pissed a lot of people off. Well, that's probably exaggerating, but I had a lot of comments down below because my thumbnail has a picture of me holding an iPad and I'm talking about e-readers, and a lot of people that were like, iPads are not e-readers, which is true, they're not exactly e-readers, but you can still read on them. And I just had a lot of people, that annoyed a lot of people, so I got a lot of clicks on that one. The next one is the Prison Healer reading vlog with 548 views from 2021. That is a YA book from Lynette Noni, who's an Aussie author. Go the Aussies. I'm surprised that out of everything is the only vlog that has reached this list, and I'm surprised that a vlog has reached it. It must be a popular enough book that enough people have clicked onto it. The next one is 6 months on from reaching a Zero TBR with 511 views 2022, and the 10th video is Romantic Interests in the Earth's Children series with 475 views from 2021, and that's more of an analysis and a different video for me because I don't often do it, but it's like a word essay where I'm talking about the different love interests in the Earth's Children series, and I also in it propose a different love interest that people probably haven't thought about but that I would have found interesting if the author had gone down that route. What I would love to achieve this year is to see a fresh video from sometime earlier because these are all from 2020 to 2022. I would love to see a video that I make in that year make the top 5 list, or at least the top 10 list. I don't know if that's going to happen. My best guess is that I'm actually about to finish another Kingsbridge book, and then I'm going to do a video pairing the best one in my opinion, which is the first, to the my least favorite. I'm actually not minding this last one, but it's still in no way as good as the first one. I was really able to identify why this time I'm not liking it as much as I believe that I like the first. So it's just a bit of an analysis of that and talking about where I think Ken Follett can be an amazing author and then where I think he falls down a little bit as an author. I'm really hoping that the fact that it's another Kingsbridge, it's another Ken Follett, that enough people will see it and that it will get a lot of views. It's going to be a really interesting experiment to see whether I can get a lot of views in a short amount of time, or whether it's just that these ones have marinated over time and that's why they're so popular. That is it for my anniversary video for this year. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for another year, and welcome to the channel if you're new. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to get notifications. Help me reach those higher subscriber numbers. Help me reach the 500 this year. That would be so cool. Chat to me as usual in the comments if you guys have got something to say. I love interacting with everybody, even if it takes me a long time to reply. I'm sorry. I would like to get better at that this year. I'm trying to implement a rule that I can't read the comment unless I'm going to reply to it, because often I'll read it and be so excited that I've got a comment, but then other things will come up and I'll forget about it. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better at that as well. If you'd like to comment something but you don't know what to comment, then please comment the flag of your country would be super cool. Thanks guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!